Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of rare American coins, the top 4 most valuable Washington quarter dollars and wheat pennies that could make you rich. Moneybags, some of these small coins have sold for hundreds of thousands, even up to $1 million at auction. So before you spend your change, make sure you don't have one of these hidden treasures sitting in your collection. Let's get started. First up, the Washington quarter dollar 1990 coin with the D mint mark is a truly fascinating piece of American coinage that continues to attract collectors and investors from around the world. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin holds a remarkable place in U.S. numismatic history, representing not just value in metal, but value in heritage and artistry. Even though your 1990 D quarter may be in bad or heavily circulated condition, don't underestimate its significance. This coin is still part of a legacy that connects decades of American pride and craftsmanship. Today, collectors are rediscovering the charm of these late 20th century quarters, and the 1990 D has become one of the most talked about coins in the modern collector's market. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became a staple of American currency. By 1990, this design had been in circulation for nearly 6 decades, making it a symbol of tradition and continuity. The 1990 D quarter is a representation of America's enduring respect for its founding values: liberty, leadership, and progress. Each of these coins tells a story of a nation's strength and unity, and owning one today means holding on to a piece of that living history. The obverse of the 1990 D Washington quarter proudly features the left-facing profile of George Washington, one of the most recognized images in all of U.S. coinage. The word liberty stands boldly above his head, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed to the left. Below Washington's portrait is the year 1990, and to the right, you can see the D mint mark, signifying that this particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Even in a worn or bad condition, the 1990 D quarter carries a certain rugged beauty, a visual testimony to how many hands it has passed through and how long it has served as a medium of everyday commerce. On the reverse side, the design remains iconic. The image of the American bald eagle perched upon a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches, symbolizes both strength and peace, two of the most important ideals in American history. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. The Denver Mint's craftsmanship ensured that each detail, from the feathers of the eagle to the tips of the arrows, was struck with precision. Even as time and use may have worn down the shine, the powerful symbolism remains undiminished. The 1990 D quarter was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, a pure copper core sandwiched between 2 layers of nickel. This durable metal blend gives the coin its characteristic silver color and allowed it to survive decades of circulation. It weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, a perfect balance of size and practicality. Despite being a common coin in everyday transactions, the 1990 D Washington quarter has emerged as a modern collectible, especially as pristine examples become harder to find with each passing year. One of the reasons this coin is growing in collector interest is its association with a transitional period in U.S. coinage. The early 1990s marked the end of an era before the introduction of the state quarters program in 1999, making coins like the 1990 D part of the final generation of the classic Washington Eagle reverse design. As collectors look back, this makes the 1990 D quarter historically significant, serving as a bridge between 2 iconic eras of American numismatics. In terms of rarity, the 1990 D Washington quarter is not just about mintage numbers. It's about condition and survival. Millions were minted, but finding examples that have survived in collectible grades or with interesting minting errors has become increasingly rare. Coins in bad or heavily circulated condition may look ordinary, but some carry small die cracks, off-center strikes, or double die errors that dramatically increase their value. The excitement lies in the possibility that a coin you thought was worn out could actually hold a hidden fortune. Collectors today are more passionate than ever about coins from the 1980s and 1990s, especially those with distinct mint marks like the D for Denver. These coins are no longer viewed as simple pocket change. They're being recognized for their historic value and investment potential. The 1990 D quarter, in particular, has been spotlighted in online auctions and collector forums for its unexpected price surges. Some high-grade or error examples have fetched hundreds of dollars, proving that even modern-era coins can command serious attention in the numismatic world. Even in bad condition, your 1990 D Washington quarter can still be a piece of opportunity. Many collectors value such coins for their authenticity and connection to real history. A circulated coin tells a story, one of use, endurance, and continuity. The marks and wear patterns are like fingerprints of time, showing how this coin has played its role in daily American life. For collectors who appreciate history over perfection, coins like the 1990 D in used condition are becoming desirable keepsakes. The current market value of the 1990 D Washington quarter can vary widely based on condition and demand. In well-worn or circulated condition, the coin's base value starts at face value, but certain varieties or coins with strong strikes can sell for between $1 and $10 to enthusiastic buyers. Mint state and error examples, however, can easily reach $50, $100, or even more in the right auction setting. As collector interest continues to grow, so does the value of every example that remains in collectors' hands. For those looking to invest or collect, the 1990 D quarter offers a fantastic opportunity to start small, but think big. The beauty of collecting coins like this lies in their accessibility. You can still find them in circulation or coin rolls, yet their historical and market potential make them valuable additions to any collection. The Denver Mint's consistency in quality and the enduring popularity of the Washington design make these coins future classics. To preserve your 1990 D Washington quarter, even in bad condition, store it properly in a coin flip or holder to prevent further wear. Do not attempt to clean the coin, as cleaning can damage the surface and reduce its collectible value. Instead, let the natural aging and toning of the coin add to its character. With time, these coins often gain even more visual appeal and historical charm. The demand for Washington quarters from the 1990s is on the rise, and the 1990 D is no exception. Collectors are realizing that modern coins are entering their vintage phase, and values are steadily increasing. This growing awareness means that even circulated examples are being snapped up by buyers eager to complete sets or hold on to coins that represent America's late 20th century heritage. Next up, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of those classic American coins that continues to shine brightly in the world of collectors and coin enthusiasts, even in a black, dirty, or heavily circulated condition. This coin carries with it a rich legacy from an era that helped shape modern America, and today, it's more than just an old penny. It's a treasure that embodies history, craftsmanship, and potential value. When you hold a 1946 wheat penny, you're holding a living connection to post-war America, a time of hope, rebuilding, and prosperity. Despite its age or condition, this coin has become a symbol of endurance and opportunity, making it a highly desirable piece in the collector's market. The story of the 1946 wheat penny begins at the Philadelphia Mint, which struck millions of these iconic coins without any mint mark beneath the date. Produced right after World War II, this coin represents the return to normalcy and stability in the United States. During the war, pennies had been made from steel due to copper shortages, but by 1946, the U.S. Mint had returned to its traditional bronze composition. This small but significant change makes the 1946 penny a historical milestone, the first true post-war bronze cent, and collectors see it as a symbol of America's strength and recovery. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny series was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and Lincoln's portrait on the obverse quickly became one of the most respected images in U.S. currency. The 1946 version proudly carries that same design, Lincoln's right-facing bust surrounded by the word Liberty on one side and the national motto, "In God We Trust," above. The year, 1946, sits just below, simple yet strong, a reminder of the year America moved forward into a new era of peace and growth. Turning to the reverse, the coin's design is equally symbolic. It features two wheat stalks curved gracefully along the sides, a powerful representation of prosperity and the fruits of hard work. Between them are the words 1 cent, United States of America, and the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. Even in dirty or darkened condition, the beauty of the wheat penny design remains unmistakable. Those wheat ears are instantly recognizable to collectors and serve as a nostalgic reminder of early 20th century American craftsmanship. The 1946 wheat penny was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a warm reddish tone when new. Over time, exposure to air and handling has caused many of these coins to darken or turn black. But this aging process doesn't take away from their appeal. In fact, for many collectors, it adds character. The black or dirty patina seen on circulated examples tells a story of decades of circulation, of hands that held it during pivotal times in American history. It's a mark of authenticity, a badge of survival, and a feature that can make your coin uniquely beautiful. While the 1946 penny had a large mintage, its rarity today lies not in numbers, but in condition and collector demand. Clean, sharp examples are becoming scarce, and even coins that appear heavily circulated are gaining renewed attention in the market. The reason is simple. These coins are over 75 years old, and each year that passes, fewer survive. Collectors and investors are realizing that old wheat pennies, even in dirty or worn conditions, are valuable because they represent the early years of American coin design and historical resilience. In today's coin market, the 1946 no-mint wheat penny continues to attract attention from serious collectors. Its classic design, combined with its post-war significance, makes it one of the most desirable common-date wheat cents. High-grade or red-tone specimens can command impressive prices, while circulated coins, even in blackened or dirty condition, hold solid collector value. Every coin tells a unique story, and collectors love owning multiple examples, one for display, one for study, and one to pass down as a family heirloom. The rarity of the 1946 penny also increases when you consider varieties and minor errors. Some examples have been discovered with double die obverse, off-center strikes, or planchet imperfections, which can elevate their value dramatically. Even in circulated shape, such error coins can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars in auctions. That's why collectors are always on the hunt. Every 1946 wheat penny has the potential to be a hidden treasure waiting to be rediscovered. As of now, the 1946 no-mint mark wheat penny in average circulated condition can sell anywhere between 10 cents and $3, depending on color and clarity. However, coins in higher grades or with visible red luster can easily fetch $20 to $50 or more. And when it comes to special error types or mint condition pieces, prices can rise into the hundreds. The market for wheat pennies has seen a steady climb, especially with younger collectors entering the scene and older coins becoming harder to find in original, untouched form. The demand for wheat pennies is global, and the 1946 edition sits right in the middle of that excitement. Collectors from around the world appreciate its connection to the post-war era, its solid copper composition, and its iconic Lincoln design. Even in a black or dirty condition, this coin can be cleaned professionally or preserved as is for display. Either way, it retains historical and collectible value. Auction houses, coin fairs, and online markets are constantly showcasing these coins, with prices showing no signs of slowing down. For collectors, the best tip is to handle your 1946 wheat penny with care. Avoid cleaning it at home, as improper cleaning can reduce its value. Instead, store it in a soft plastic holder to protect it from moisture and further tarnish. You can also get it graded by a professional service to establish its market value and authenticity. Remember, even coins that look old or worn can hold tremendous appeal to the right buyer. It's all about presentation and timing in the collector's market. Another wise tip is to keep an eye out for coin roll hunts, antique stores, or estate sales where old pennies might appear unnoticed. Many collectors have found rare or error 1946 wheat pennies in jars or mixed collections. Patience and a good eye can lead to impressive discoveries, sometimes from the most unexpected places. The 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark is more than just an aged piece of metal. It's a coin rich in history, artistry, and opportunity. From its connection to the end of World War II to its enduring popularity among collectors, this coin has proven itself as a timeless treasure. Even in black, dirty, or circulated condition, its charm and demand remain powerful. In today's active coin market, the 1946 wheat penny stands as a strong performer. A small coin with a big story, a classic piece of American heritage that continues to inspire collectors and shine with lasting value. Next up, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is one of the most fascinating and talked about coins in American numismatic history. It stands out not only for its classic design and craftsmanship, but also because it marks one of the most important transitions in the entire U.S. coinage system. This coin bridges two eras, the end of the 90% silver quarters and the beginning of the copper-nickel clad series, and that makes it a true treasure in every collector's eye. Even in very fine condition, the 1965 quarter carries immense historical value and an ever-growing demand in today's active coin market. It's not just a piece of currency. It's a slice of American history that continues to gain attention and respect among collectors worldwide. The story of the 1965 Washington quarter begins in a period of major change for the United States Mint. Before 1965, quarters were made primarily of silver. However, a nationwide silver shortage forced the government to rethink coin production. To conserve precious metals, the Mint introduced a new clad composition made of copper and nickel, and the first year of this new material was 1965. This makes the 1965 quarter historically significant, as it was the first non-silver quarter in U.S. history. That year, the Mint also removed mint marks from all coins to discourage hoarding, which means all 1965 quarters were struck without any mint mark, adding another layer of interest for collectors who appreciate transitional year coins. Designed by the legendary sculptor John Flanagan, the 1965 Washington quarter continues the tradition of elegance and patriotism that has defined the series since its debut in 1932. The obverse features a detailed bust of George Washington, modeled after the famous Houdon sculpture of the nation's first president. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" frame Washington's portrait beautifully, with the date 1965 below, creating a design that is simple yet timeless. The reverse features the powerful image of a bald eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches, a symbol of strength and peace that resonates deeply with the American spirit. The composition of the 1965 quarter is another fascinating feature that attracts collectors. Unlike the 90% silver quarters minted before it, this coin was struck on a copper-nickel clad planchet, consisting of a pure copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. The change gave the coin a more silvery appearance while maintaining durability and cost efficiency. However, a few experimental silver planchets are rumored to have been accidentally used in early 1965 production runs, leading to rare 1965 silver quarters that can sell for thousands of dollars. This makes every 1965 quarter worth checking closely, as even a circulated one could potentially be a hidden gem. In very fine condition, a 1965 Washington quarter displays light wear on the high points, but retains sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's wings. The rim is usually well-defined, and the coin still shows its original luster in parts. Collectors value these coins not just for their beauty, but also for what they represent: the beginning of a new era in American coinage. The color tone, often a silvery gray with a hint of copper around the edges, adds depth and personality to each coin, giving it a distinctive vintage appeal that modern issues can't replicate. The rarity of the 1965 quarter lies in its place in history rather than low mintage. Millions were struck, but few survive in truly excellent condition today, especially given the heavy circulation these coins endured for decades. Those with crisp details and minimal wear are increasingly difficult to find, and the interest in early clad issues has surged in recent years as collectors realize their growing significance. Every coin from this period tells a story of transition, innovation, and the resilience of the U.S. Mint. Collectors around the world now view the 1965 quarter as a must-have piece in any serious collection. It marks a turning point in minting technology and design continuity, connecting the silver era to the modern coinage system. This dual identity, historical and modern, is what makes it so compelling. Even though it has no mint mark, that very absence makes it iconic. It symbolizes a unique chapter in U.S. history when the government worked to stabilize the economy while maintaining the beauty of American coin design. The market value of the 1965 Washington quarter in very fine condition varies depending on specific characteristics, such as luster, strike, and color. On average, it can range from a few dollars for circulated examples to over $50 for high-end specimens. However, any verified 1965 silver planchet error can easily be worth thousands. The excitement surrounding this coin is not just about its face value, but about its collectible potential, its story, and its ongoing appreciation in the numismatic world. Today's coin market is more active than ever, with collectors recognizing the importance of coins like the 1965 quarter. The combination of history, beauty, and scarcity in high grades drives strong demand across auctions and private sales. Coins with unique toning, strong strikes, or minimal where command premium prices, and their value continues to grow as more people rediscover the allure of transitional-era coins. Many investors and collectors alike consider the 1965 quarter an undervalued piece that's poised for even greater recognition in the years ahead. For collectors, the best advice is to preserve your 1965 Washington quarter properly. Store it in a protective holder to prevent scratches or oxidation, and avoid cleaning it, as that can reduce its natural appeal and market value. If you suspect your coin might be a rare silver planchet strike, have it authenticated and graded by a professional grading service. It could be worth far more than you think. Another tip is to pay attention to small details. Look closely at the coin's edges, weight, and sound when dropped gently on a soft surface. Silver quarters have a slightly different ring compared to clad ones. Also, keep an eye out for strong strike examples with sharp eagle feathers and clear Washington details, as these often fetch top prices at auction. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is a cornerstone coin in modern American numismatics. It represents innovation, adaptation, and the enduring beauty of U.S. coinage. Even in very fine condition, it holds tremendous appeal and historical value, making it a must-have for both new and seasoned collectors. Its connection to the end of the silver era and the beginning of the copper-nickel age ensures that the 1965 quarter will forever be remembered as a turning point coin, one that continues to shine with importance, value, and prestige in today's highly competitive coin market. Next up, the 1941 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of those incredible pieces of American numismatic history that continues to shine even after more than 8 decades. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin marked the dawn of a new era, as America was emerging from the Great Depression and moving toward its pivotal role in World War II. Every 1941 wheat penny carries with it the story of that transformative time, a small copper coin that circulated through the hands of Americans who were rebuilding hope and industry. Today, this coin is not just a cent. It's a piece of history that continues to gain admiration and value among collectors who understand its significance. The history of the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny ties directly to the long-standing legacy of President Abraham Lincoln's image on American coinage. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny series was first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth, and the design proved so beloved that it remained in production until 1958. The obverse of the 1941 penny features Lincoln's dignified profile, symbolizing unity, leadership, and the American spirit, while the reverse proudly displays the 2 wheat stalks encircling the denomination 1 cent. These elements are not just design choices, but powerful symbols of growth, prosperity, and the nation's agricultural roots. One of the most unique features of the 1941 wheat penny is its pure copper composition. Unlike later years, which saw the introduction of zinc-coated steel during wartime shortages, the 1941 penny was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This gives it a rich reddish-brown tone that deepens beautifully with age, especially in very fine condition. Collectors treasure this specific year for its balance of availability and beauty, a coin that captures both durability and classic craftsmanship. The sharpness of the Lincoln portrait and the defined wheat lines on the reverse make well-preserved examples from 1941 especially desirable. What makes this coin even more appealing is its connection to a major shift in the U.S. Mint's production history. By 1941, the Mint was operating at full capacity, producing hundreds of millions of coins in anticipation of the demands of a wartime economy. While many 1941 pennies were made, most have been worn down or lost to time. The surviving examples in very fine condition are therefore rare gems, tangible reminders of an era when America's resources and industries were gearing up for greatness. Collectors often praise the Philadelphia Mint's craftsmanship during this period. Since the coin bears no mint mark, it can be instantly identified as a Philadelphia issue, the oldest operating U.S. mint and one renowned for its precision. Every detail, from Lincoln's beard to the subtle grain on the wheat stalks, shows the Mint's attention to detail. When you hold a 1941 penny from this mint in your hand, you're holding an artifact crafted with care and purpose. In very fine condition, the 1941 wheat penny has an exceptional aesthetic appeal. The coin's surface may show light circulation marks, but the design remains crisp and legible, with strong details across both sides. This balance of age and preservation gives it an authentic vintage charm that collectors find irresistible. The color, a warm, deep copper tone, tells the story of its decades-long journey through history while maintaining its original integrity. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1941 wheat penny without a mint mark continues to stand tall. While it may not be the rarest date in the series, its condition, luster, and historical importance make it highly sought after. Coins that have avoided corrosion, environmental damage, or heavy wear can command impressive prices, especially as interest in early 20th century coins surges among new generations of collectors. In the current market, a 1941 wheat penny in very fine condition can sell anywhere from several dollars to tens of dollars, depending on its color tone and eye appeal. But the real excitement lies in those exceptional coins with stunning detail and strong original surfaces, examples that can reach into the hundreds for collectors who seek perfection. Beyond its face value, the coin's worth continues to climb as collectors compete for quality specimens, making it a brilliant choice for long-term investment. One of the key reasons this coin remains in high demand is the nostalgia it carries. For many collectors, owning a 1941 penny feels like holding a snapshot of pre-war America, a nation full of promise and resilience. Its simplicity and elegance capture the beauty of classic coin design, an era before modern mass production techniques altered the look and feel of U.S. currency. Collectors and investors alike are paying close attention to this coin's steady appreciation. As high-quality 1941 wheat pennies become harder to find in the wild, their market value continues to grow. The coin's timeless design and copper brilliance have made it a star in auctions and private collections, often outperforming other common-date coins in terms of popularity and demand. For collectors seeking to add value to their portfolio, the 1941 wheat penny presents an outstanding opportunity. Experts recommend storing it properly, ideally in a protective holder or coin flip, to maintain its luster and prevent tarnish. Avoid cleaning it, as the natural patina adds character and authenticity, enhancing its value over time. In today's coin market, where demand for historical U.S. cents continues to surge, the 1941 wheat penny stands as a reliable and rewarding investment. Its connection to a defining moment in history and its enduring craftsmanship make it one of the most beloved coins among enthusiasts of all levels. In conclusion, the 1941 wheat penny without a mint mark is far more than an old copper coin. It's a legacy in metal form. From its symbolic design and rich historical background to its growing market value and timeless charm, this coin continues to capture hearts across the world. Whether you're a new collector or an experienced numismatist, this coin reminds us that even the smallest pieces of change can hold stories worth more than gold. The 1941 wheat penny is a shining symbol of America's strength, artistry, and enduring spirit, and it remains one of the most exciting treasures in today's rare coin market.